What's up, guys? Zfarls here, and I know it's been a lot of Ultimate Team news, there's been a lot of gameplay blogs on this channel, but today is about the franchise mode. There's a lot of you guys out there, everyone seems to be an underground franchise player, has a league with their friends no matter what level of Madden. We've all played franchise mode at some time. This blog covers all of the upgrades to the mode, and I am going to give you my top 5 picks for the mode. As we dive in, Play Now Live is not technically part of franchise, but it is a really cool, fun way to follow the NFL season. So each week the matchups will get posted, there'll be up-to-date stats, rosters, commentary, and you can kind of follow along. So if you watch Cowboys-Giants week 1 and you want to go back in and recreate Eli Manning dominating the boys, or you want to project Eli Manning dominating the boys before, that will be there for you. And I really like the way Play Now Live kind of ties into franchise, and we'll talk about that. But if you've been too intimidated in the past to start a franchise mode, the simple season options will hopefully help you not have to feel like you can take control of every aspect of your team. That's what some of us love about franchise mode, is you can really get into it and micromanage everything. But for some of the guys, they just kind of want to play through a season. You can, injury management. Just let the computer handle that for you, and those are some of the options that you now have. So that should make your life easier. Kind of tying into those Play Now Live is like the franchise starting point. So you can now start your franchise from any point in the season using starting points if you're in a cloud franchise. So basically, if you want to jump in, because in the real world the Rams are 0-3 and you want to rescue them from going 0-16 and you see if you can make a playoff run, that is something that you can do. They use the example of Jimmy Garoppolo getting traded in this scenario, but there could be a lot of cool season moments where you want to jump in and experience a franchise. I like that. Customizable draft board. This is a huge one. I know there's so many sim heads out there, a lot of hardcore guys like Shotmaster. The draft is so cool. It's so rich. You scout all season. Like, you really want your draft experience to be awesome. And if for whatever, it's so hard. I'm in a fantasy league. It's so hard to get 12 dudes together. I can't imagine getting 32 dudes together. So you play a full year in Madden. Maybe takes you 10 weeks. You're scouting. You're spending a lot of time, and then you can't make the draft. But the draft board allows you to make it customizable. Basically organize your players, prepare for the draft, drag and drop, and that way if you can't attend, even just getting it organized would be super helpful. Either way, there's improved draft logic, so I kind of cover that as one. That would be kind of my second. That's huge. That's huge for franchise mode. Commentary, I think we saw a lot. That commentary was much better last year with some of the weekly updates, and it looks like they've done even more to do that, especially staying up to date with what's going on. And then progressing past year 1, you'll start hearing lines for drafted players that deepen your immersion as you advance into your franchise. And that's kind of what I like about franchise mode, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but let me know what you like about franchise mode the most. To me, in sports games, it's all about generating your own story for a certain player, for a certain team. Like, when I play a team in NHL or I create a FIFA team, the storylines that I make up in my head are richer than anything you could imagine, and that's always what makes it the most fun for me. Back when I used to play NCAA Dynasty mode in 03, the guys I would scout, they'd have backgrounds, they'd have whole lives, and it's kind of weird, but it really is kind of what makes sports games fun for a lot of people. They did some trade tuning, some free agent tuning, so that should help your roster management. But my third thing would be progression tuning, because look at all the meat on this bone. So progression system ultimately ties into so many systems in the game because of the ratings. So the more and more you go on over the course of the season into simulations or years, things can really get crazy if progression isn't crazy. So some of the things they did are capping awards, decreasing, age can be a challenge. They talk a little bit about regression coming up, but the physical ratings are always something. People always want to juice their speed. I remember Madden 07 on PSP, they let you just juice. I had everybody on my team almost at 99 speed, because if you completed a game goal, you could just juice everything. So making sure that physical ratings are less expensive, or more expensive, and then also, age. Younger players will be able to get faster and actually increase. But once they reach a certain age, you really don't see players get faster over time. Injury tuning, that's good. Position grades for evaluation. Retirement, I know this was a big one. For example, Tom Brady will not always retire after one season, after some tuning to retirement. Examples like that. That can help, to me, that helps create like better storylines. Like, man, this guy's coming back. I love nothing more than when I sim a couple seasons ahead. It's like, when I used to like really get into it, and it would be like, Kurt Warner has left the Rams. He's now on the Eagles, and the Eagles are 8-0, and you go and they have like the most random guys on their team because you're 3 seasons in the future. So always fun. Number 4 to me is the franchise companion app. So the franchise mode feature on the companion app, you can advance the week, view the schedule, reserve notifications. Like Ultimate Team, you always want to be connected to your team, and that's what makes it so fun. But actually being able to use the companion app, I know in FIFA and FUT, I use the companion app to manage my team there, and I like that. So jumping into a franchise mode when you're at work and not having to think about work, thinking about your franchise team while you do it is pretty cool. Some other tuning, so more progression tuning, just kind of looking at these. I mean, this is definitely hardcore stuff for you sim heads out there who jump into that. That's cool. And then lastly, I would say my number 5 is regression, because you want your players that you spend on to be good. And what makes franchise fun is getting new players in the game and really dealing with contracts and letting a guy go. Like back in the day, I used to always, dump the old guys, trade the slower old guys for the faster young new guys. And now the game is better at picking that stuff up. But, I was thinking the other day, like the Giants, Dominique Hickson, like, is he still in the NFL? Like, man, he had 2-3 year window. Like, he got injured. NFL is just so crazy. The window on players can be tight. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see, and obviously they've done some regression to kind of tweak all of that. Lastly, you'll be able to relocate. So you added Las Vegas as a relocation option. You removed LA and added San Diego. So Vegas, baby, Vegas. But that is all, not all, but that's some of the changes there that are listed in this blog for franchise mode. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm dying to know, guys. I'm dying to know. I know you've waited a long time for this information. Usually, used to be Ultimate Team would kind of get the news later. That news came out quicker, and you started to see some gameplay come out, so hopefully you're enjoying that. I'll have some gameplay whenever Madden 18 is available, and we will be ready to lock up. Until next time, guys, this is Zfarls signing out.